welcome to week 3 of the O'Go Owl Crochet Along. I am Sarah at Repeat Crafter Me, hosting for Yarnspirations. And so you should have the body and head done, still open, 2 eyes crocheted, a beak, 2 wings, and 2 feet. I have some black safety eyes, but I'm going to show you a second option here with a little bit of worsted weight yarn if these safety eyes make you nervous. So let's go ahead and stitch this owl together. Also grab your tapestry needle, maybe a pair of scissors, and the rest of your polyfill fiber stuffing. So let's start with the eyes. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and use these safety eyes. You can get these at most craft stores or online. So it comes in 2 parts here. So this is the front part. This is the eyeball, and it has the back on it. And then it has this little plastic portion that you're going to just, once it's in here, push down and it clamps it shut. So I like to use these. They're a pretty easy way to make a cute little eye, and you could place it kind of to the side. You could just put it in the middle. Okay, and then clamp it. Now, if you don't like using these, just make a little crocheted eye out of worsted weight yarn. This is just a magic ring with 6 single crochets, and you could just stitch this right on. Again, it could go in the middle. It could go kind of off to the side a little bit. You can do 2 of them. So this is a great second option. I'm going to go ahead and just put these in and leave it at this. Okay, so you should hear it clamp down. That's how you know it's secure. Okay, I'm going to do one for this side as well. All right, now you are ready to stitch your eyes onto the head. Now make sure that your loose end is on one of the ends, all right? Because that's how we're going to stitch this closed. All right, so that means that if it's going to be stitched closed like this, I'm going to be stitching my eyes on just like this. Okay. Owl's going to have these cute eyes going on. All right, so let's take your tapestry needle. You're just going to kind of place it where you think it should go. Okay. And all you do, okay, let's see, it's about right there because my other ones need to go there. You're just going to work right under the ends of your stitches and right through, okay? You're just going to follow along, back and forth, along the edge, working under the tops of those stitches, in through the middle. This is why we didn't really stuff it yet, so we have room to put your hands down there and really stitch this on. Okay. Going. All right. And through that side. Got that eye kind of close to the edge, but that's okay. Just go for it like that. Okay, that eye's pretty secure, and you're going to want to, this is what it should look like on the inside. Again, this is going to be stitched closed, so go ahead and just weave in your ends on the inside there. Going back and forth. Okay. We're going to need this because we need to stitch on our second eye right about there. I try and overlap them just a little bit. Okay, so same technique, working under the tops of those stitches all the way around. It's okay to overlap the eyes a little bit. So I'm going to come in kind of under. There we go. Or at least so they're touching. You can also use the rounds of the head to kind of measure where they need to go. So I see I have this eye is kind of at the bottom meeting between this row, so I should probably have this eye come down so it's level. I feel like there we go. Try not to get your loose ends tangled there. That's what almost happened. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to weave that in real quick. Okay, you can weave this in a little tighter and knot it if you'd like. I'm just trying to show you guys real quick for this video. All right, now we're going to take our beak. You should have your eyes looking about like that. And so the beak should overlap kind of under the eyeballs, if that's where you placed them. Again, you can place your little eyes in the center there. And then we're going to stitch the beak on right underneath. It can go actually either way. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just stitch this on. Same way we stitched on those eyes. So you're going to work under the edges of these stitches. Trying to be pretty careful here. Okay. And then it will be overlapping the eye, so you're going to want to bring your tapestry needle through that eye and into the corner there. Okay. This guy's pretty cute. Okay. Sure that's down. Look at that. All right. I got a little fuzz. Okay. Same thing. You're going to want to weave this in pretty well. Maybe even better than that. Again, I'm just trying to show you guys kind of an example here. All right, so we have our face on. Now we can take the rest of our stuffing, okay? And you're going to want to stuff the rest of this owl. So now if you feel like you need to put a little bit more at the bottom, you can do that. All right, and then stuff the head. I think that's pretty good, to be honest. Okay, oops, I didn't get my loose end looped through. All right. Now, let's stitch the top of the head together. And this is going to kind of make those, the way this stitches together, so you're going to pinch it closed. Remember, your loose end should be on one side. And see how already you can see it kind of comes up into that little ear formation. All right, so you're just going to kind of pinch this together. Fuzzies everywhere. All right, and then just work under the tops of these stitches and stitch it closed. Fun little tip here is if you go in a couple times around those top corners, it does kind of make that ear stick up a little more, the little owl ear. It's subtle, but it's there. I'll do one more time over here in this corner. Ah. Okay. Now just keep working under the tops of these stitches. Just pinch it. Okay. We're looking good. Okay, almost at the end. Just like we did on this side, if you want to loop it around a couple more times right here on these end stitches, makes more of that little ear. Maybe one more time. There you go. How cute is that? All right, so now just weave the strand in. Again, make sure it's secure. Flip off. All right, let's start on the wings. All right, so I did not stuff these, okay? And again, just kind of like that head, you wanna make sure that you've pinched it closed where your strand is on the edge, because that's how we are going to stitch it on. Now, another little trick is it's barely visible, but I can see a little bit of a seam right here from where we joined. So I would stitch it on this way so you don't have a seam where your wing is. And then right here where the two colors meet is where you're going to try and work your needle underneath it. So we're going to go through the tops of both of these stitches because this needs to be stitched closed. And then underneath, and I know it gets a little tricky, just underneath where that head and body meet. Okay. Let's go in one more time there. You might have to just kind of press down because it's so big and fluffy. I'm kind of lining it up right where that ear is. Okay, so go under. Hope you guys can see this. And I'm just finding a stitch right there where the head and body meet. Okay. I'm going to go back over a little bit just to make sure it's secure. All right. And then you can weave your stitches. Weave this in. You can either go down through the wing or kind of come through the head just to weave in, go back and forth a little bit. Okay, then we're going to clip that off. You're going to do the same for the other side, and then we'll start on the feet. All right, now that we have both wings on, so cute. All right, secured. Now let's do the feet. And these are actually a really important part of the project because if you want your owl to sit up, this is kind of what's going to support that. All right. So here's the thing. You want them sticking out the front. So I would go 1, 2, about 3 between rounds 3 and 4 there. And they're going to want to be angled about like this, okay? And then 1 on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to, well, I better loop this through my tapestry needle before I hold it in place. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it here. All right, see how it's a little bit diagonal like that? Hold it as best you can with one hand. Take your other hand in your tapestry needle. And I know this is already closed, but just, darn it. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. So just work under those stitches, holding it, and work under the stitches of the owl body as you go. Okay. You guys see that? I'm trying to get under those stitches. There we go. Okay. So this is really what is going to balance this out and let this guy stand up. All right. So we got that. Now weave this in. Back through the foot. Okay, let's do this other one. This is why you got to leave those long tails. This could have been a little bit, I could have left it a little longer. So now just kind of line it up to where the other one is. Should be diagonal, 1, 2, 3, between kind of rounds 3 and 4 there. I'm just going to go through here, around these stitches. Okay. Trying to hold it together. All right. Almost stitched on. Okay. I think that's pretty good. All right. I'm going to fasten this off. As you can see, it has a nice base now to stand up. Look at that. Okay. We got our feet on, we got our wings, we got the head. But there you go. Here's your cute O'Go owl. Hope you enjoy. Make it in multiple colors, and be sure to head over to yarnspirations.com to download the free pattern.